This is a Truth Transforms Truth Nugget, a daily dose of truth for your daily transformation. Welcome back to another Truth Nugget. Today we're going to take a look at the transformational power of wisdom. We see that wisdom comes from God, and wisdom should be transforming us as we seek after wisdom. Let's take a look at Proverbs chapter 2. And it reads, "My son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding, yes, if you call out for insight and raise your voice for understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding." Here we see that it's the Lord that gives wisdom. We receive wisdom from God and God alone. We do not live by the wisdom of this world, by worldly philosophies, but by wisdom that comes from God through his revealed word. And we must seek it like silver, seek it as something very valuable that it is. In verses 9 to 11 it states, "Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity and every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will watch over you, understanding will guard you." So you will understand righteousness. We can only understand righteousness by being in right relationship with God through Jesus Christ, through the righteousness of Christ, his imputed righteousness that is imputed, that is transferred to us upon our faith in Christ. That is how we understand righteousness. And when we understand that righteousness, are granted with that righteousness in a positional state that we are declared righteous as Christ, that we are clothed in the righteousness of Christ, then we can understand righteousness and we can understand justice. We can understand equity in every good path. And so part of wisdom is being in a right relationship with God and growing in that relationship with Christ. That certainly is going to be part of it, for wisdom will come into your heart. Wisdom begins with regeneration. Wisdom begins with coming to know the Lord. And knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will watch over you, and understanding will guard you. We see a protective nature of wisdom. And I wrote down some things here. Verse 6, we see that the Lord gives wisdom. Verse 7, he has a reserve of wisdom for the upright. Let's take a look at that. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity. He is storing up wisdom for the upright. So he has a reserve of wisdom for those that are walking in godliness, for those that desire wisdom, for those that love the Lord, that obey the Lord, and that walk in obedience to his commandments. And I have here written, result of fearing God and seeking wisdom. Verse 10, wisdom will come into your heart. Knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Not only wisdom comes into your heart, but it is pleasant for us. As believers, we should want to be growing in wisdom, want to be growing in our walk with the Lord, walking in godliness, and it is something that we take joy in. We do not obey God out of duty, not duty alone. We obey God out of our joyful relationship with him, and duty is part of that. Joyful duty is a good thing. We do it because we're commanded. We do it more than anything because we love the Lord and we want to please the Lord. And so it is in God's wisdom, obeying God is pleasant to our soul. That is the pleasantness to our soul that this describes. Knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. It says, verse 11, discretion will watch over you. And the second part of verse 11, understanding will guard you. We see deliverance from evil, verse 12, deliverance from the forbidden woman, verse 16. So we see that we'll be delivered from evil. We see that in the Lord's Prayer, that we can ask protection from evil, ask protection from temptation, and being delivered from the forbidden woman, being delivered from sexual sin, walking in purity, sexual purity, and all kinds of purity. And there's much focus on purity in the book of Proverbs, and certainly sexual purity. And the Christian walk is all about walking in purity, walking in integrity, being pure, pure of mind, pure of heart, pure of speech, in every area of our life. And this is the transformative factor of wisdom. When we walk in the wisdom of God and are desiring the wisdom of God and are seeking Him in His Word and prayerfully asking Him to give us His wisdom, we should be desiring it like silver. We should be desiring it as a great treasure, and it should be transforming us, renewing our minds, renewing our hearts each and every day, so that we're growing in sanctification. We are walking closer to the Lord in greater intimacy with Him. Well, that's it for today's Truth Nugget. I pray that was a blessing. Tune back in tomorrow. God bless you, and have a great day.